Hi, hello everyone. Now in this session, we'll see how we are going to write LINQ query using a method syntax. So in the previous sessions, we were talk about this introduction part of LINQ and the syntax and segments of LINQ query, and then types of LINQ queries. Like we basically write the LINQ in three varieties of ways using query syntax. Second thing is method syntax, and third thing is mixed syntax. So now we have seen this query syntax in the previous session. Now we will see how we are going to write LINQ query using method syntax. Okay. So what is method syntax? So method syntax becomes the most popular nowadays. Most popular nowadays to write LINQ. Why? Because it is having the syntax compressed format, and we are writing everything in a single line using lambda expressions. The lambda expression is the notation for the expression query, right? It is going to have a goes to operator and can be done everything in a single line. Okay, so it uses lambda expression to define the condition of the query, right? It is very easy for to read and execute. So method syntax is easy to write, simple queries to perform the read write operations on a particular data source. For the complex queries, method syntaxes are a little hard as compared to the query syntax, but still we can use method syntax, okay, for writing complex queries as well. Okay, so it is using lambda expressions, right, which is going to define, right, the condition for the LINQ query. So method syntax is easy to write, right? Simple queries to perform the read write operations. Method syntax is very simple and easy to write simple queries to perform, right, read and write operations. But for the complex queries, it is hard to write a query because we need to use regular expression. Hence, little bit hard when you write for right complex queries operations. So the syntax and the example is, let me see, this is what the diagram of method syntax. So first we are going to specify data source and then condition and then selection method. This is the initialization, this is the condition, this is the selection. Okay, so the syntax of this thing is data source dot condition method dot selection method. This is the syntax. Now when you look at the example, right, so if you take same numbers like the list or the collection, okay, let me create a list int numbers equal to new of list, right, and I'm going to hold some numbers here, right, 15, 100, 200, right. Now I want to perform some condition and fetch the elements using method syntax. So I'm going to keep the result in result variable equal to, right, here data source is numbers, right, where condition is where of, right, I'm going to use where class here to define my condition. Understood? I'm going to take obj goes to obj greater than 10 dot, okay, my selection method. That means to list I'm going to use here. Okay, so this is going to give me list, and that list I'm going to keep here, and then using this result I'm going to print via for each loop. Let us see the example in Visual Studio. So this is query syntax, right? Now I'm going to write method syntax. Result 1 equal to, right, data source is numbers dot where of, right, obj goes to obj greater than 10 dot to list. Now I'm going to use this variable here, and let me run this. So what shall I get the output? I shall get only these numbers because these numbers are less than 10. So I should get 20, 30, 40, 100. Here it is. So it is displaying 20, 30, 40, 100. This is what the query writing using method syntax. So I'll be writing everything in a single line using lambda expression. If you look at the query syntax, we have to use different keywords from in where selected. But here I'll use data source directly and where class and the selection. All things in the single line using a regular expression syntax. This would be in readable and concise format, which is going to reduce the lines of code. Also, it will give you more clarity on the writing of program when someone reads it. Okay, this is how it is going to work out by using method syntax. Understood? Okay. Now let us see, right, a mixed syntax. How you are going to write, right, LINQ query using mixed syntax. Okay, let me try this. So mixed query syntax is nothing but, right, LINQ mixed query syntax is a combination of both query and method syntax. Okay, so that means I'm going to take same data source and I'm going to write mixed SQL, mixed LINQ query. Okay, example, a list int. So I'll copy the same thing, data source. This is my data source, right? And here I'm going to write mixed syntax where result equal to, right. So to get the mixed syntax, right, we need to write the query within the parenthesis. Okay, I'm going to use parenthesis from obj in numbers, right, here where obj greater than 10, okay, right, and then let me pull here, and then next is selection, select obj. I'm closing this parenthesis and use dot period, right, and I'll get to list. That means I'm using query syntax and then method syntax. After that, I'm going to print this result using for each loop. Let me see this in Visual Studio. So this is query syntax and this is method syntax of LINQ. This is mixed syntax of LINQ, where result 2 equal to parenthesis open and close, and here my first keyword start from, right, obj in numbers, right. Here I'm going to say obj greater than 10, and then I'm going to say, right, select obj, right, and I'll close. Okay, and I'll close. bracket. Okay, and then I'm going to use tolus. This is method syntax. Totally, I'm going to use query syntax as well as method syntax. Now I'll use this variable to execute, right? When I run this, I should get same output that 20, 30, 40, 100. Comparatively, I mean, when comparing the original list, these four values are not greater than 10, hence it is excluding and printing other numbers. Okay, this is something it is going to work for LINQ, for using query syntax and method syntax and mixed syntax. Okay, so I hope you understand the queries, the way you are writing for LINQ using query syntax, right, and method syntax and mixed syntax. Okay. Thanks for listening this video and please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.